Negroes were not alone in their pursuit for a better life for themselves. Jewish immigrants were already well established along North 24th and had been for decades. Many of Eastern European descent, they fled their homelands where they were discouraged from practicing their religion, forbidden to own land, and were a constant target of anti-Semitism. Omaha was a good place to settle in. They formed a tight-knit community. Some even came from the same area. The congregation B'nai Jacob was made up mainly of people from one small town in Lithuania.
There was religious freedom, and they had a chance to be like anybody else. I mean, they weren't going to be oppressed. That the whole thing is, I think they ran away was from oppression. I mean, they from time immemorial, it was always, somebody was always out to kill the Jews.
Nate Schukert grew up along North 24th Street.
My father came to the United States in 1907. He was married in Europe, and his wife passed away, and my mother had been married too, and she had one son, and I don't know whatever happened to her first husband, but anyhow, they got together, matchmaker, make me a match, you know, and they got together, and out of this great happiness, I came along.
Jews carved a niche for themselves along this busy thoroughfare. By the early 1900s, the street was known as Omaha's Jewish Miracle Mile. Thriving businesses of all kinds flourished. They catered to the ethnic taste and spending habits of the many nationalities that lived and worked in North Omaha.
At one time, there was about 8 kosher meat markets. There was probably 2 or 3 bakeries. There was 2 delicatessens. There was a bunch of little grocery stores. There were 2 or 3 fish markets, shoe stores, clothing stores, hardware stores. I mean, it was from 24th Street, from Cumming to Lake. I mean, it was a busy bee. Some had horse and wagons, and some had cars, and I'll tell you, everybody used to come. You'd come to 24th Street, they'd go to the bakery, then they'd go to the meat market, you know, and they'd go to the grocery store, and they'd go to the fish market, and everybody was involved in it. I mean, you know, blacks, whites, green, didn't make any difference. I mean, we were friends. I mean, you know, you could be mad, you could fight one minute and kiss the next minute. I mean, it was just, and we all felt that. We all just kind of belonged. It was just a family situation.
There wasn't any blacks or whites. They was all there together. We never thought nothing about that. We all played out there together, and I don't think that race bothered me, or I ever thought much of it as a child. I remember that the people that lived just around the corner were white. The people who lived over there was white. The people that lived up there